Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle,
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this yet another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Penn State Nittany Lions will be in Jordan-Hare Stadium Saturday afternoon, a huge game for Auburn. This will certainly amp up the competition level quite a bit. I think we all realize and will admit that if Auburn plays Saturday like they did against San Jose State, they will not win that game. No. So they need to play better. They are capable, I believe, of playing better, much better. So we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll break down some of the numbers. Auburn and Penn State, maybe give some positives and negatives through two games of the season. Whereas Auburn, maybe where do you like where they match up against Penn State? Where do you not like where they match up against Penn State? We'd love to hear from you, as always. You're a big part of the program. You can go ahead and start getting your predictions in for this weekend. We'll take those today and tomorrow. 256-234-6221 is our number here, or you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page, that's Sports with a Z. Auburn will be wearing orange face masks on Saturday. I wish we would wear them for an entire year. I've been saying that for a while. This is not some gimmick. This is a throwback to a very traditional Auburn. I mean, I know 82 and 83, I think the entire season we wore orange face masks back in those days. I loved it. I loved the look. I liked it when we did. We broke those out last season. I think it'll be cool this season. Now, it has no bearing on the game whatsoever.
None.
But I like it. Now, there has been a, shall we call it a hullabaloo about the orange jerseys.
That's an
you may have some information about that.
I have some information.
Okay.
Andy, did you realize, though, between 1933 and 1955, our home jerseys were orange? Did you know that?
From 33 to 55.
That's right.
Okay.
So people say, well, don't buck tradition, the blue. Well, we wore orange jerseys for 22 years. I did not know that until I did a little research. Listen, did you realize, Andy, that this is in the history of Auburn football, this is the first Big Ten team to play inside Jordan-Hare Stadium?
I read that and I was stunned, and I couldn't. I thought surely that can't be right.
I heard Cole Kubelik say that this morning on Full Ride.
I remember. This is obviously it's kind of changed. I remember Auburn playing Nebraska. I don't know. I can't remember if we played them in Jordan-Hare.
I thought
are
we
they
did.
a Big Ten? I mean, are they considered a Big Ten team?
Well, right.
They were Big 12 at the time, so
yeah.
probably you don't count that. But that would be the only. I started trying to think. I know we've played Ohio State in a bowl game.
Yes.
But not in Jordan-Hare. I know we've played Michigan.
Minnesota.
We've played Minnesota in a bowl game. We've played, I think, Indiana. We played them in a bowl game over in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But Illinois and, Iowa. But no team ever made it to Jordan-Hare Stadium.
First time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but here's the thing about the orange jerseys. There's a very reputable Facebook page that knows everything about Auburn uniforms. I mean, they go into the chin strap changes and the whole deal.
Who knew the chin strap changed?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I do now. They even have pictures of like last year's, this year. They're saying that from credible sources, we will not be in orange jerseys Saturday. And let me say this. I don't personally, now Randy asked me point blank Tuesday, are you a traditionalist? Yes, I think our blue jerseys and our home uniforms, best looking uniform in the country. Of course, I'm biased. But if we came out in orange jerseys, okay, I don't have a problem with that. However, once that toe or instep hits that football and it's kicked off, it don't matter what color jersey we're wearing. That at that point, it's just for the fans. Now the team would get fired up if they came back out of warm-ups and the orange jerseys were laid out. They'd go bonkers. There's a video that you can watch about when Coach Barfield brought them out against Georgia. You know, James called Tuesday and told that story. That he said the team went nuts. And then this same head of the uniform said when Coach Dye came in and said, "You like those orange jerseys?" He said, "Coach, they're all right." And Coach Dye said, "I don't like orange." He said, "Coach, you'll never see that jersey anymore, ever." So it's a big deal for the fans, but I'm telling y'all, now I'll eat crow Monday if I'm wrong. We will not be in orange jersey Saturday. We'll be in orange face mask. I don't care what color jersey we wear. We better start worrying about how we're going to beat Penn State. Now on with the show.
Yeah, didn't we break out the orange jerseys against Tennessee in 1980 and get blown out by 30 or 40?
Yeah.
And that was the last time we broke out.
Was that the last one?
Orange. I think that was the last time they were worn.
Orange against the big orange?
Yeah, so again, it's fine. If you want to do it, fine. I mean, it's kind of been built up over the years now that it's.
But the fan base is just going nuts, Andy. And really, we're worrying about orange jerseys. We need to be worrying about Penn State.
Well, the fans don't have to worry about Penn State. The football team, are they now to be perfectly and to say that, full disclosure, I mean, it was Derek Hall and Owen Papo that kind of brought it up. Mm-hmm. That were worried about. So to say that the players maybe are thinking somewhat about it.
And Harsin said he didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
And so, who calls the shot? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all a big facade, and they definitely are going to come out in them.
It would be Harsin to break them out, probably. And,
well, he said that Boise, they had like 20 different uniform combinations. He said, I don't have a problem with that. The kids like it. The recruits like it. But, Andy, seriously, as big as this game is, you and I we've been building this game up since the spring. With our recruiting, good news, bad news in the last 24 hours on recruiting, Brian Harsin's future, this game means too much for me to sit around worrying about what color jersey we're going to come out in. Let's play football.
You mentioned that Auburn does get a commitment today, 4-star wide receiver. Ike Hilliard has been probably, I guess, Auburn's best recruiter up to this point. That we brought in some very talented wide receivers. He is responsible for another one. Adam Hopkins from Thomasville, Georgia, announced his commitment to Auburn, number 189 player in the country, according to 24/7 Composite. He is now Auburn's highest-ranked commit. That kind of gives the class a little bit of boost, which it needed after losing their highest-ranked recruit, Carmelo English from Phoenix City.
Who decommitted from
Wednesday.
the University of Auburn.
I did see that. He appreciated.
Jeez.
He wanted to be sure to thank the University of Auburn.
I can't. Come on, man.
That doesn't bother me a ton, but it is. It is one of those things where you look at and go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, your Auburn diehards that's like fingernails on a blackboard to some people.
It's true.
It's like saying Alabama University. Instead of the University of Alabama. Oh, geez. Yeah,
so
I'm glad we got him.
That adds to the recruiting class.
That takes a little bit of the sting off of the Carmelo English decommit. So.
And it begs the question, why did he decommit? And one of the things that we'll talk about a little bit, and I said, positives and negatives. I'd like to hear your positives and negatives. Why are you positive about this Auburn team facing Penn State? Why are you negative about Auburn facing this Penn State team? Wide receivers through 2 games have a total of 15 catches.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was reading some comments.
The wide receivers at Auburn have a total of 15 catches in 2 games.
Yeah.
So, the tight ends have a grand total of 6. So, if I'm a wide receiver and I'm looking at that, I'm saying, wait a minute, 7 catches a game?
Kind of break
7.5 catches a game?
Yeah.
Is that where I want to go? 190 yards and not really doing a whole lot through the passing game.
Well, but why is that? You and I both know.
That's
the main reason.
Yeah, that you can only do so. Yeah, you can only do so much if the ball's not thrown to you.
Yeah,
that's
right.
So that could certainly be a problem. A lot of comments rolling through. We'll get to as many of those as we can. Ty says Nebraska was in the Big 8 when they played in Jordan. I thought they did play in Auburn in the early 80s. They were in the Big 8. That is correct. Ty. Luke says Georgia changed from red to black jerseys in 2008. They were all geeked up, crowd going nuts. Bama went on to lead at half, 31-0, and win by 17.
My point exactly.
Yeah, that was the great line. I forget who said it, but said that Georgia got all dressed up for a field, and they didn't realize it was their own.
Or the black.
Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on this edition of the Auburn Blitz. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe. wickedly delicious relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We have an excellent supply of Chevrolet Silverados and GMC Sierras with giant discounts and low monthly payments. New Chevrolet Silverados up to $6,000 off, or payments as low as $499 a month with zero money down. GMC Sierras discounted up to $5,000 off.
Zero money down, no payments till 2023 at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. That's Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. We're talking about or taking some comments here. Luke says losing in orange jerseys would suck more than winning in orange jerseys would be fun. Not worth the risk. There may be some truth to that about risk reward.
Yeah.
Jason Caldwell said the recommit were unrelated. So Carmelo English decommitting and Adam Hopkins committing had nothing to do with each other. Yeah, okay. I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Jason Caldwell has we respect his opinion and his reporting. Think English may be enamored with Kentucky right now. Never thought you would see that phrase, that sentence actually exist in my lifetime. A player to be enamored with Kentucky football. But
yeah, football. Yeah.
Ty Sanders says, I think when the West Virginia job comes open, he thinks Neil Brown's days are numbered. I wouldn't be surprised if Jimbo leaves A&M and goes home to West Virginia. Dale said in response, he's got a ranch in Texas. I don't think he ever leaves on his own, but he could be wrong. And apparently he's having some nice lasagna. I'm jealous. I like lasagna.
Brunelli's Spaghetti Day every Tuesday. That was my favorite. And I agree with my brother. Jimbo Fisher would have to take a pay cut, like you said during the break, to go to West Virginia. They don't have Texas money, and I don't think he would leave on his own. Now, if this thing keeps rocking along the way it is, he may not have to worry about leaving on his own. I mean, that's way down the road, I think. But.
Yeah, there are two teams there are actually three teams. I'll even include Auburn in that. But there are three teams that bear watching this year that, I mean, things could go from, I mean, things could turn around and things could, have a really nice ending to the season. But they could also be like a nuclear type situation.
Andy,
Auburn, Notre Dame, and Texas A&M.
Who's coming into College Station Saturday?
That's what I'm saying. So Texas A&M, think about it. If they lose to Miami, which I expect a bounce back performance.
Yeah.
I would expect that.
I do too.
I mean, they're an SEC team. They got pride. Jimbo's not a terrible coach. He may not be a great coach, but he's not a terrible coach. But if they lose to Miami, you start thinking about they're not going to beat Alabama. They could definitely lose to Arkansas. They could lose to Mississippi State. They could lose to Ole Miss. They could lose to Auburn. They could lose to, I mean, I don't know who they're. I'm not 100%.
It could.
Yeah, it could go. I mean, you could legitimately and easily see a 4-8 type record at Texas A&M, would that get him fired? I dare say it would.
Let's turn that. Let's turn that over to Auburn now, Annie. Same scenario, 3-9, 9-3. Who knows?
If you lose to Penn State, you could lose to Missouri, you could lose to LSU, you could lose to all those teams I just named.
I don't think we're going to lose to Missouri.
You don't?
No.
Well, I hope you're right.
Now, but some of those other ones you named, I mean, like I told you, we're going to Oxford this year. That's our away trip, and that one scares me to death, especially coming off of Georgia. I hate to say we have to win Saturday, but we have to win Saturday.
Hey, look,
we do.
They Florida and LSU too, right? So, look, Notre Dame, they got Cal this weekend. They're 0-3. Yeah. They got Cal this weekend. Now, they're favored heavily, but if you can't beat Marshall, then there's a definite possibility you could lose to Cal.
Yeah.
You still got Clemson. You still got Syracuse, who is playing better as of late.
Yep.
You've got, USC on the schedule. What if Notre Dame goes 3-9 or 4-8?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's year one, but I mean, there are some high-profile teams out there that, man, it's going to be a very interesting watch to see how this season develops.
And we talked about how
BYU,
crazy.
That's the other one. I forget.
Yes.
Notre Dame's got BYU.
Yes, absolutely. And here's the other thing, Andy. As crazy as last Saturday was, and we're all sitting here going, good grief, this Saturday, there's some huge – how about the beauty of college game day going to Boone for this Saturday for college? I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Those people going nuts.
Oh, yeah, and rightly so. Good, reward them.
So the coach from App State was on Full Ride, and he was talking. He said, it was crazy. He said, we got on the plane to come back home from Texas A&M. Plane had a flat tire.
Really?
So we're sitting on the tarmac going, oh, my gosh, are you kidding me? And then they came on and told us, oh, by the way, game day's going to be in Boone next Saturday. They said, okay, we're good. It's all right.
Well, I'm okay with just sitting here. Fix the flat.
That's right.
Let's
fix the flat.
Safety first.
But this Saturday, some huge games coming off of what last Saturday was just some shocking finishes and upsets.
Okay, so we'll start this and we'll push it to the next segment. Positives and negatives. Positive so far through two games. Here are some positives for me. I'll throw these out there. David, you add what you want to add, or you say, if you tell me, I'm not sure that's what it is. 247 yards rushing per game, 247 and a half. That obviously we have established that is our strength, running the football. Tank Bigsby, Jarquez Hunter. You can throw Damari Austin in there as well. You add in Robbie Ashford, throw in him. So that seems to be that was one of the things I think we ran it for about 160 yards last year a game.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that had to improve. That has been a major improvement.
But the negative of that positive is that our backup quarterback led us in rushing Saturday.
Yes, it is.
Sorry to throw rain on your parade right there.
But it was balanced. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. The three-headed monster.
You had like four guys with 50 or 60 yards rushing.
Remember, me and Randy said,
I can handle that.
Remember the days when we'd watch Gus run one guy until he couldn't stand up?
Right.
And I love what he's doing with our running backs.
Having one guy with 150 yards is impressive, but having four guys with 60 yards, I'm okay with.
Well, until the eighth game when he can't walk.
Right. We got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today, whether you're joining us on WOTM or WAXC TV on your Spectrum cable dial or tuning us in via the interweb. We appreciate it. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. For all your building supply needs, home decor, tools, whatever it might be, go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. You'll be glad that you did.
Andy, the interweb, is that like the portal?
It's somewhat mysterious. But yeah. We will get to some of your comments and we'll get back to our discussion. But first, let's go to the phone line, David.
All right. Which line, Andy?
Which line we going with, Kane? We're going with two. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Yes, this is Morrison Ennis, an Alabama guy, and I hate to bug y'all on y'all's program, but I do enjoy y'all, and we're only enemies about one time a year, so I'm not that worried about it. I like David and his ideas. I mean, he has really, and Andy, I don't know how anybody could not like you, but let me
I don't
either. Been on the outside looking in, I will not be shocked if Auburn beats Penn State. And I'm going to give you a couple of things on my mind. Now, I'll call in next week if I'm wrong, but one thing, it's at Auburn. And I can say this as an Alabama fan. I would never bet on a game at Auburn because it's just like last year. I mean, you never know what's going to happen down there. But a couple of things that I see, I've only caught snippets of y'all playing because it hasn't been where I could watch a whole game, but I did catch a little of I guess it was San Jose State. And I didn't see anything that really impressed me. Of course, it was in the first half, but I didn't see anything that bad. And my idea is this. I'm wondering if the coaching staff might have been doing a little preparing for Penn State this week. And I'll throw this out, and then I'm going to hang up where I can hear y'all and let y'all comment. But all your quarterbacks got to do, and he's capable of doing it, is making a couple of really good downfield throws to some receivers because y'all got running back. I mean, y'all's running game looks great. So I don't think you got any problem there. And if you can get some control of the football game by doing that, I think you'll get Penn State's attention. And I will say this, like I said before, you know, it's unknown when a team plays at Auburn because it's y'all's stadium. And I worked with a guy, man, he was great friends that was a big Auburn fan. In fact, he was recruited by Auburn, but he played at Troy. But he always wanted to take me down there to a game, but I never did get to go with him because, y'all had that. And I'm going back into the 80s and 90s, so this ain't anything new with you. But anyway, I don't want to hog y'all's show, but you were saying positives and negatives, and I think I've got some positives there. So I'm going to hang up and listen to see what y'all say.
Appreciate it, Morris. Give us a call anytime. Is this call also for us, too? Thank you. All right, let's go back to it.
Back to the phone.
Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
The positives for next week are the D-line. I believe the D-line can hold their own against Penn State. That will give the linebackers a chance to make their impact as well. But the negative is the O-line. And the quarterback seems like the quarterback is just not in sync, just not able to kind of careless as well with this play, and sometimes the offense seems to be just out in space. The penalties last week were just excessive, and that's a concern.
Yeah, no question about that. Got to clean up the penalties. Got to clean up the turnovers. If Auburn doesn't win the turnover battle against Penn State, I think that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Thank you for the call,
thanks
Steve.
for your call.
Appreciate it.
We're still searching and fishing at quarterback. Let's just be honest. And to Morris's point, if Morris only watched the first game of San Jose State and still thought he saw some positives.
Well, I was going to say, it didn't get any better, Morris. He said he wasn't impressed by watching San Jose State. The second half wasn't a whole lot better. So
Well, we did.
You didn't miss a whole lot.
Yeah, we did put some drives together. But and Morris, and I heard it again today from Cole Kublik talking to people about the Jordan-Hare Stadium factor.
There is an aura about Jordan-Hare.
Saturday is going to be nuts. My son and grandson are coming up for the weekend to do some work on our land, and I said, "Would you like to go to the game?" He said, "Yeah, tickets though." And I actually got some tickets with my high school coaching card, so my son and grandson are going to get to use our tickets and be at the game. And I said, "This is probably going to be one that goes down as just the craziest atmosphere we've had in a long, long time." So
I hope it is. I hope
factor.
that's a big factor in
Absolutely.
it because that's certainly worth some points for Auburn, and it looks like they may need them. But to Steve's point about the front seven, really the defensive line for Auburn, only giving up, only allowing 64 yards rushing a game. Yeah. That's good. We didn't get a lot of sacks against San Jose State, but there was pressure. There was constant pressure all night long on that quarterback. He just made some really, really nice throws, and they made some nice catches.
I liked him. He's good. And we have to make Sean Clifford uncomfortable Saturday.
He's not a guy that's going to take off and run for long distances. If you can just hem him up, but he is a guy that will be patient and will go through his progressions.
That's why we have to put some pressure. Absolutely.
We definitely need to up the sack total, and we need to cause some turnovers on Saturday. That will go a long way in ensuring an Auburn victory.
Absolutely.
We got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. Keep the calls coming. Keep the comments rolling through. More to come right after this.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
At City Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. In that moment, you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready when it matters most.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
2 nights, 1 weekend at ATL Live. Friday, November 11th, his first concert ever at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Billy Joel. With Lionel Richie and Sheryl Crow. And Saturday, November 12th, 8-time Grammy winner Chris Stapleton with Miranda Lambert, Dwight Yoakam, and more. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss ATL Live, powered by Ticketmaster.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you until 1 o'clock today. Thank you for all of your phone calls. Thank you for all the comments that are coming through. We are brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area, as well as down there on the coast. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Everybody likes David. I can't imagine why anybody would not like me.
Absolutely
Dale
not.
says Tank needs 25 carries Saturday.
If that's what it takes.
You okay with that?
Well, yeah. I don't think that. I'm telling you guys, I've told you this. You know, I feel strongly about this. Jarquez Hunter is not that far behind Tank in ability level.
I agree.
So, I mean, a combination of 30 carries between the two of them, 35. I don't have a problem with at all. So, yeah, if that's what it takes for us to win.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm all on board, whatever it takes.
what you and I were talking about at the break, that's going to be the key now.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. Ty says he agrees with me. If Auburn loses Saturday, it could get ugly really quick. John Paul says I don't think Auburn needs to worry about what color jerseys they're wearing. They need to really concentrate on winning the game. Ty says I'm looking for Auburn to have a lot of quarterback sacks on Sean Clifford this week. We will force some turnovers on Saturday. Well, let's hope that prediction is true. Jim says, remember explosive plays. Teams with most explosive plays win. Where will Auburn's explosive plays come from? They'll have to come from the running game. They'll have to come from Tank Bigsby, and he's had several. Jarquez Hunter has had several. Javaris Johnson has been a big play guy. He's caught quite a few passes of over 15 to 20 yards. But you got to have more of those. Somebody else at Shedrick Jackson's or Tavares Dawson, the guy that is supposed to be so fast.
Yeah.
Some of these other guys that we were talking about, we'll take this phone call, but here's maybe more surprising than anybody. I said Auburn receivers only have 15 catches in the first two games. Here's a list of guys that don't have a catch this year. Luke Deal, Tyler Fromm, Malcolm Johnson, Landon King, Omari Kelly.
Yeah.
No catches.
Yeah.
0 catches. Tyler Fromm established himself as a pretty good receiver last year from the tight end. Luke Deal, for that matter, as well. Landon King, we thought this guy was
had a great spring, Andy.
Well, this guy was going to take the world by storm.
Yeah.
Not a catch. I don't even think he's been thrown to but once.
Nope.
But anyway. All right, let's take this phone call. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hello?
Hey, Richard.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Richard. Not bad. How about you?
All right. I just wanted to make a comment.
By all means.
I just wanted to make a comment.
Lay it on me.
Okay. I want to comment on Coach Harsin. I think this second year, I think he's going to be a good coach. I think he's making the right moves. I feel like Auburn's going to step up. They didn't look real great. Everybody counted us out. But I've been an Auburn fan forever, and I think that he's doing a good job. That's it.
Okay. Well, I like the positive attitude. Appreciate the call, Richard. Call us back anytime.
Thanks, Richard. And I hope that Brian Harsin sets the world on fire. I do.
I wish him the best. I'm pulling for him.
We got to win Saturday.
Yeah. It is always a caveat, isn't there, Dave? Now, the thing that concerns, and I think it concerns most of us, and that is that we just keep hearing and we keep seeing. Now, Auburn gets a commitment today.
Yeah.
From Adam Hunt, 4-star receiver. Now, they lost one Wednesday, but they gained one today.
So we're still
we're static.
Yeah.
We're not gaining, we're not losing. But we're still, woefully behind our competition in recruiting. If Auburn had, the top, the number 12 class in the country lined up right now with still spots available, then I think it would be a completely different mindset or a completely different tenor, of how this season is going about Brian Harsin, about all these different things. But the fact that we're,
Where are we right now? 67?
we were in the 60s last. Does it matter?
Yeah.
We're post 50. That's you can't. I mean,
Well, Andy, here's
post 40, post 30. We can't be outside the top 30.
No. Well, you know this, and we've said this before. That's why, and I hate to keep saying this, but it's just true. We have to win football games this year in order for these recruits. I mean, we got that brand new. Well, I drove by it last night. We were in Auburn. That brand new football facility, it goes forever. That thing is huge. It's going to be unbelievable. But just that building itself won't bring recruits. We got to win football games.
Yeah.
And then that's the only thing we can hope for as far as getting the numbers up, because there's not a lot going on right now. So
that's why you keep saying, we talked about it for ad nauseum, really, how important this season is, how important this pivotal game is to this season, and all these different. I don't want to put too much pressure on. I don't want to put too much on one game. I don't want to put too much on a handful of games, but this is kind of reality. This is what you deal with. So if the recruiting is if it doesn't get significantly better, and it might. I mean, Auburn, if they beat Penn State, they start 5-0. Who's to say we can't upset a game here or there and maybe have a great season? And that, I think the recruiting class will reflect that.
And Andy, do we really know how good Penn State is?
No.
Because how good is Purdue? Okay.
I'm not. Penn State's not a great team.
Yeah.
They're a decent Big Ten team. They're not a great team. If Auburn cannot beat Penn State at home, Auburn's not a very good team.
There's a couple of plays last year we should have won that football game.
Yeah, don't fumble to open the second half. That'll help. Yeah. And give up 7 points. And you lose 28-20.
Yeah.
And by the way, Penn State 50% on third down conversion last year in the game.
Yeah.
Auburn needs to be a little better than that.
Yeah.
There comes to the pressure on Clifford.
Hey, this is segment 2 numbers. I know we won't get to them today. You can probably handle them tomorrow with Brett. This is gold right here. That tells me a lot as far as where we stand against them.
Yeah. We're up against another break here. Our final one of the day. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around. Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Hey guys, this is Nate Pass with Airport Motors. I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama. And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
In a word, it's chaos.
You'll have to see it to believe it. Whoever said that must have been talking about Talladega. It's a place where chaos mixes with speed, where a town turns into a city, and a weekend becomes a lifetime of memories. It's a tradition like no other.
What a wild finish.
At a track like no other. And after it's all over, you still don't believe it ever happened. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday afternoon. Auburn and Penn State, 2:30 on Saturday in Jordan-Hare Stadium. It should be a lot of fun. It should be a very competitive game. It was last year in Happy Valley. Auburn, I would think, I should, I think I feel comfortable in saying they owe Penn State a little something. So just a quick little thing, we were talking about positives and negatives. Here are some of the positives. Eight touchdowns on 8 trips into the red zone. So when Auburn is getting in the red zone, they're not kicking field, not settling for field goals. They're scoring touchdowns. Yeah. Wonderful. Great thing.
Yep.
Think about 64.7% completion percentage. I said that's one of the, we were hovering around 59 or 60. I said I'd love to get that up around 65. TJ Finley is actually 65% completion percentage. Yes. And think about this. If the 3 throws that went to the other team would actually have made it to the receiver, then it'd be like 70% completion percentage.
And if we
so throw it to the ones in blue
or orange.
Yeah.
If you're right. If we take away those 4 stinker interceptions, and we're talking about a whole different deal here with TJ Finley. I mean, just consistency out of both of them. And we got to have that Saturday. So, but
on the reverse of that, only 3 touchdowns allowed on 8 trips into the red zone from the opponent. Mm-hmm. So the opponents got into the red zone. That's not necessarily a great thing that we're allowing them to get in the red zone that many times in 2 games. Yeah. But we have held them out of the end zone for the most part. Only 3 touchdowns given up. Only allowed 1 sack all year long in 2 games. Mm-hmm. That's good. Only allowed 6 tackles for loss all year.
And that games. Speaks highly of, because we've beat the offensive line up unmercifully. Mm-hmm. That speaks very highly of the improvement.
Giving some protection.
Especially because we sit here and talk about how mobile or lack of mobility TJ Finley has. So for no sacks, that says a lot about the offensive line.
Yeah. And the fact that you're running for 200, almost 250 yards a game, and giving up no sacks. So they're doing both pretty well. Some negatives, 4 picks. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Less than 200 yards passing a game. Like I said, only 15 catches by the wide receivers. Giving up 38.7% third down conversion to the opponent. Now, that's not terrible, but that's not great.
No.
We could do better than that. Yeah. And that I think that'll be a big stat on Saturday. Only 2 sacks. Go ahead.
Let me correlate 2 of these.
Please.
You got the 65% completion percentage, but then you only have 190 passing yards, and wide receivers only have 15 catches. That tells me just point blank, we're running the football a lot more than we're passing it. So, what would those numbers look like if we had passed more? I think it's great right now that we haven't had to pass that much, and we're running the football effectively. Now, how does that correlate going into Saturday with Penn State? We'll see. So. 0
turnovers forced. Got to change. Yeah. That's definitely a negative.
Yeah.
And rotating QBs is a negative to me. Apparently, it's not to Brian Harsin.
You don't like the package.
I hate the package.
And Andy, that's basically where we are right now. You and I and Randy, we all thought, and Brett, that it was a quarterback competition. But it wasn't.
No.
Ashford only ran 9 plays Saturday. I got news for you. Finley's our quarterback. He runs the pack.
And that's what I said, David, during the break. I put this out there for all of you. Over or under? I put Robbie Ashford plays from scrimmage 10. Are you taking the over or the under? Well, let's bump it up. Let's say 12. I'll say 12. Are you going over or under? You think about that. We'll talk about that tomorrow. David, it is September the 15th. Happy birthday today, Faye Ray.
Who?
She was the blonde in the original King Kong.
Was she?
Faye
back
Ray.
in the day. Okay.
Back in the day. Born in 1907.
Wow.
Roy Acuff, the great Roy Acuff from Jim's going way over 15 plus plays for Robbie Ashford. Okay. Nipsey Russell, funny
there's
guy.
a reason Jim's saying that. It's probably the same reason that I'm going over too.
Need some explosive plays.
Yeah.
Nipsey Russell, funny guy. Gaylord Perry.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably got Vaseline on his hand right now. Merlin Olsen.
Or the stains from.
Yeah. Merlin Olsen. I grew up Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen.
Yeah.
On NBC.
From football to
football
the
games.
big screen.
Yeah, and handing out flowers at the airport. FTD or something. Ron Shelton, he directed Bull Durham, one of the greatest sports movies of all time.
That's correct.
And I think White Men Can't Jump, if I'm not mistaken.
How about that?
Which that one's pretty good too. Tommy Lee Jones. I want every outhouse, bunkhouse.
I loved him in the movie with Ashley Judd, where she was on the run. New Orleans.
Yeah.
Double Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy.
Yeah.
That's it.
As back in her, she was a fox at that
She
point.
was.
Yeah.
She's
kind of insane now, but she's kind of gone off the reservation. But she was really attractive. Oliver Stone, weird guy, JFK, born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Some really, really good movies, though, by the way. Pete Carroll, born on this day, 1951. Yeah. I didn't know, he's 71.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Pete.
Pete Carroll. He's been around for a while. He's still the coach at Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
Dan
win
Marino.
Monday night.
Dan Marino, the greatest NFL quarterback never to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, I think so. The laces are in.
Yeah. Ernest Biner, poor Ernest Biner. You make it and you're an NFL athlete. It's like the Bill Buckner. I mean, you make it, you're a professional athlete, and then one error, one bad mistake, one fumble going in against Denver, and forever you're known as that dude that fumbled.
The guy that fumbled.
Oh, man. Rough. Jason Terry, Tom Hardy, and Mike Dunleavy, son of Mike Dunleavy. Played at Duke.
That's right.
Mike Dunleavy, yeah.
You didn't get my prediction for Saturday. You want me to call in tomorrow?
Please. You got it in mind.
I still need to spend a few more minutes in the prayer closet.
He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. Talk to you again soon.